Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar today. I'm Uday Javangula. I'm a product manager working. So I've involved in developing lots of products with innovative products and technical solutions in CX platforms. So today I'll be hosting this webinar. I'm happy to answer any technical questions if you came across during the webinar. And a few things before we get started. So if you have any questions, please post them in a Q&A section of this webinar panel. And one more thing, we are recording this session and will distribute later for those who attended. During the course of webinar, we'll be putting some kind of polling questions with a time period of 15 seconds for you to answer. So with that, let's get started with today's webinar. So to give a background of this webinar, right? So we're talking about the recording platforms for better customer experience. So current CX industry is facing few kind of problems. The major problems that CX industry facing is recording. So like recording the service calls or recording the solutions and stuff like that. So we have built a platform-based approach, and we'll be talking a little bit more about the industry issues and the problems of CX industry facing. So and how we are addressing the problems using this platform. Okay, so when it comes to the screen recording importance, right? So CX industry has been changed the technical world, and the technology is impacting CX in a lot of ways. Like, for example, all the latest customers that current versions of customer looking for lots of flexibility in their customer experience. And because of that, there's a lot more need of evidence, education, and entertainment. So with that specific, right, all these CX platforms having some kind of background, like providing a solutions, B2B product or a solutions or a discussion, right? The CX industry platform needs all these things to be recorded. So there is a strong need of providing some kind of evidence when the call has been discussed with the customer and how it is discussed, right? So that comes into the continuity of the CX paradigm. Okay, so there is a strong need of for people to educate in terms of product and solutions and the discussions, right? There's a lot need to be done on the education purpose on a CX industry. Basically, lot more need to be done for recording and storing the things, stuff like that. So they can use either any cloud or on-premise location to store their recording. When it comes to specific education side, so they can record some kind of solutions that are being provided by agent and customers. So for backtracking those solutions, they can record the information and store it into the desired location of cloud. So with this, right, I would like to pass here and have one poll question. Okay, thanks for that. And coming back to the challenges of the recording platform that currently facing. So we are discussing about the few challenges. Okay, so there is a strong need of screen recording in the CX industry. While looking at the statistics of the areas that where exactly the screen recording platform need, right? So if you look at the numbers, 60% of teams uses video in making customer conversations, so they can backtrack easily what kind of conversation has been done, and they can record some kind of metadata related to that conversation. And 54% of consumers wants their video with the branding of their company so that they can do some depth kind of marketing. And 48% of sales team are using this recording platforms for recording all the conversation or to close the deals with the particular customers easily and smoothly. So when we look at the challenges of screen recording, so if we consider the long kind of olden days, right, there will be data centers where it will not be available for 25/7. Data will be stored in the locally, or that needs to be enabled 24/7 or all 365 days. So for that purpose, we need to have one kind of challenge to be rectified, how we can make access data every time, anytime that customer needs. That is a one challenge. And in the recent past, if you see, there is a lot more formats of videos are being there. on evolving of the recording like MP4, WebMB, and any MBK file like that. So lot more formats to be supported. And customer experience comes with kind of custom personalization of recordings. They need to have some custom branding on the recording, as well as make it stored as a secured way. So on top of it, all the data, recording data, should be stored securely and safely. So that is one of the challenging part of recording platforms, right? And in general, all the conversation that is being recorded, right, that shouldn't be a simple app. So it can be a smooth way of simple steps, 1 2 3 steps kind of thing, to have it integration for a specific to CX platform. For example, either Salesforce or ServiceNow. So they can be easily integrated without having any blockage for the customer. So if they have some kind of service now, so they can integrate this particular platform easily and smoothly. Okay. On top of it, because CX industry needs a lot of customization specific to user interface. There shouldn't be any kind of tough job for the customer to utilize this particular platform. There should be easy UI UX to be defined with a specific to the platform that they choose. So these are the major challenges that particular screen recording platform will see. With that, we have with all the above challenges that we discussed, right? So there is a lot of solutions and platforms that are legacy, right? Which doesn't support the complete challenges or to be given, right, for the CX platform. So we have done a lot of work on the CX related work in multiple organizations, right? Which is a bigger issue that we see in the CX platform. It should not be a bottleneck for the customers to integrate. So it should be a very smooth integration. So we have built a product called ReQorder, which is a platform API driven platform, where it can be integrated easily and flexible with the kind of any existing third party applications. And also it provides secured authentication for the APIs. And on top of it, there's a ton of flexibility in storage is be given. So as per the customer needs, if they want to store the information in AWS or OCI or their own on-premise solution of shared file transfer path or something, we can customize it accordingly. Where exactly this particular ReQorder solution that we built will be usable in the current CX industry? When it comes, right, there's different ways of where this particular platform gives solutions. Like we're going to talk about more on the CX platform, but giving you some heads up on what are the different areas that this particular ReQorder can be useful. During the customer conversation by agent and customers, there is a lot of regulatory compliance is needed to record the sessions that are being done, and any conversation that made effect of any customer configuration or any change with that configuration, we can backtrack the information using this regulatory compliance. And also for the legal purpose, right, a review purpose also, it is more useful on this area. And another way of using this ReQorder is diagnosis. So quick diagnosis will be available based on the session recordings that are being done, right? So that will have the kind of metadata of the conversation, who is started the call, and what are the information that agent requests to the customer. And between the conversation, right, there will be a lot of attributes will be noted down, and those information will be available as a metadata of this particular recording, which helps particular agent or customer to have the clear diagnosis of the problem. And any future purpose also, if somebody logs back and to see similar kind of issues or similar kind of problems to be resolved, to give solution, they can diagnose this quickly by referring to this recording. One more area that where this particular platform is useful is on the training and question and answer. Any new employee or agent joins with the organization, right? So they don't need to be trained in-depth knowledge, but they can have the reference of existing conversation that are being done. They can refer to that end-to-end, what kind of issues that particular platform is giving. Those issues can be addressed easily and quickly by looking at the specific storage that we have in the cloud. On top of all these areas, one more area that is main thing is security. So providing security data, the discussion that are being done between agent and customer, that should be recorded very safely and securely with authentication or without having that in public domain, right? So that should be protected with the password, and no extra logins or will be available. Using their SSO login, they can log into that particular recording platform and they can access it easily and very flexibly. So these are the areas where this particular recorder platform is useful and for the CX platform or industry side. So when it comes to the CRM CX use cases, so we have done a lot of CX integration with a couple of organizations. So I wanted to specifically bring some kind of CRM CX use cases that we solved recently and where exactly this particular solution is useful for the upcoming platforms. When we talk about CX platforms, right, there is a topmost CRM CX platforms in the current paradigm. You can see Salesforce and ServiceNow or Oracle, right? So we have done one kind of Salesforce integration. I'll be talking more about how we integrated and how the customers or the company can be utilized or flexible of this solution. So before we go ahead with the use case, I would like to pass here for a poll question. Okay, thanks for that. And coming to the Service Cloud use case we are talking about, assume that on the service side of CX, there is a co-browse session started. So we can integrate this particular platform with a co-browse session when the recording, where the recording can be start automatically or in a manual fashion. So for example, we have a customer with specific problem. They came into the call. They called to the customer care or the particular helpline, right? So when the conversation started, for example, this will be a co-browse session. Automatically, when the agent and customer starts the co-browse session, we initiate this particular recorder APIs, automatically start the recording, right? And we can also have customer specific UI UX to fulfill their needed user experience. And features also can be personalized accordingly, like based on their UI UX, CSS style and look and feel, right? We can do it. And as per the customer choice, we can customize complete personalization of UI UX. When the co-browse session started, right, all the conversation between agent and customer will be recorded. And as soon as the co-browse sessions ended, either it can be ended automatically or in a manual fashion, this one also. During this course of time, all this metadata related to who is the customer that co-browse session started and who is agent that handled this particular conversation, all this information will be recorded. All this metadata can be added to this particular incident of this co-browse session, and data will be stored in the backend with specific to this request and metadata. And we can see who created this particular request, and we can keep the recording information into the backend with a cloud source. And also within specific incident, the details of the recording will be available for future reuse purpose. They can go back to the particular incident and look back to the conversation that has been done. And if they want to download something from that, they can download it. This is one of the Service Cloud use case that we supported. When it comes to another use case of the same Service Cloud, which is a CTI call based, when a representative receives a call from a customer, automatically the recording will get started, and with specific to the personalized settings that already customer set up for this particular area or the Service Cloud, right? As soon as the call completed, along with the metadata of the recording will be available and stored as per the customer's choice. And here also the conversation will be recorded. The voice conversation or the video conversation can be recorded. Since it is a CTI call, all the voice recording will be available in the recorder background. When it comes to other CPQ Cloud use case, which is order to code process. So we can integrate this particular platform to CPQ Cloud as well. For example, a sales team member logs into the system and he need to create one code to order, right? He can initiate one transaction. So during the course of this transaction, he can start the recording or it can be automatically started. When the code creation process completed, all the information that is being done, right? So that can be stored into the recording can be stopped, and the details of this information will be stored into the cloud. And within this particular transaction, a downloadable link will be available for the sales representative or for his manager to review this, how the code process has been done, and whether this code has been done properly or not, related to specific metadata can be recorded in this particular transaction. When it comes to the sales and service cloud use case, so here, when we have some kind of opportunity, so particular customer or the trainee is logging into the system and navigating to the opportunity, right? So when he creates a new opportunity, this particular recorder API will be triggered, and this can be recorded automatically or manually, same as we discussed in the above use case. But when the particular opportunity is closed, right, that information will be stored according to the opportunity details and who's the employee that been created by opportunity, and for which customer we are going to close this opportunity. That information will be logged along with the recording session and as a metadata information. A link will be available in this particular opportunity uh, for giving some kind of future reference where they can download or they can play the information. If something is missing in the opportunity level, that can be looked back and resolve it in future purpose. Another use case on the sales service cloud. So this will be along with the co-browse session, like we discussed on the service based, right? Same way, we can have this particular API can be integrated with sales and service cloud use case of this, with along with the opportunity information as well as the co-browse session. So within the co-browse session, we can initiate the call and call recording, and all the metadata can be recorded, make it available on this particular opportunity when the co-browse session ends. During this course, any settings that agent or the particular sales representative is suggesting for the customer, those information can be recorded and stored in the cloud. So when it comes to the Salesforce, so as we discussed, there's a lot topmost CX platforms that we see in the paradigm is Salesforce and Oracle. So today we did integrated this recorded platform with the Salesforce. We're going to showcase you the demo and specific to how a particular case management can be deal or integrated with the provided solution that we talked about, the challenges that they solve, right? So that we can showcase as a demo. So example, the steps will be like this. A sales representative will get a new case created by a customer with a kind of problem or a request, or they need some more information on the specific product, right? They can create a particular case with all the information, either by calling to the helpline, or they can log all this information through using web, or they can send an email with all the information that they needed. So as soon as the case record is created, we can initiate this recorder API, and within that we can record all the metadata of the particular case, who is the customer name and who is the agent that particular case has been taken care. That metadata can be recorded using this recorder platform, and the screen can be started automatically or manually. I'm going to showcase this demo in a few seconds. So let me go back to the Salesforce demo. Here, if you see, you can see the list of cases that are being created. If a customer creates a new case and either it can be by specific to web or email or call. So that particular contact name will be selected, and status will be a new ticket, and they're requesting some kind of a problem that they found in the product, and case origin is over the web. Reason is they need kind of instructions not clear. Customer can provide some information related to the subject. So either through email or web, right? They log this information specific to so they can add this description and subject, and based on the customer request, So a case has been logged by agent, and during the course of this case, if they need to have had some more events or tasks related to this use case, right? They can click on this recorder. If you see here, we integrated the customized recorder logo and all. Accordingly, we can integrate specific to customer logo as per their needs, and the UI UX also can be changed according to the customer personalization. When they click on this particular recorder, and our recorder platform will get initiated, they can start the recording, a simple click, and they can add specific to this particular need installation instructions, right? They need from the customer. So they can create a new kind of task or event, assign it to that particular another sales representative to add some kind of more information that customer needs. They can include all the information in this specific case. When they're done with this specific task and creation of the update of this particular case, they can stop the recording simply. As soon as they stop the recording, the conversation that is being done, right, will be uploaded into the cloud, and that information will be updated to the specific case that is being associated. So under recorder, you can see one panel available. All the recordings that are being done with this specific case will be available here. So agent or his manager can open this information by clicking on the particular recording number. They can see the related task or some information and the details of the recording, when it's been done and who created it, who is the agent, all this information when it is modified. If they want to review it by his manager or for a future purpose, if they want to review, they can click on play video, and we provided a simple UI UX to play the video here. They can play and look back to the information that is been available. Or if they want to download it to share it over email, so they can download the information. So this is as simple as that. So it can be easily integrated with any kind of platform. That today I've just shown you with specific to Salesforce how it can be integrated. We made kind of a CX platform UI UX information specific to Salesforce, like having some blue color of the button. But specific to that particular CX platform, we can customize or make it personalization. UI UX can be updated dynamically. So having said that, so we discussed all the use cases that where this particular solution can be solved, almost most of the areas of CX platforms and the current industry problems is specific to recording. This particular solution is an API driven and it can be integrated easily. There are more advantages that we're going to talk about. So at the end of the day, a new agent or an existing agent should not feel discomfort while accessing this particular CX use case of this recording. There should be proper benefit to the agent of user experience. So we're going to give better user experience for recording the information specific to call, either it's specific to co-browse session, right? And based on the information that is being recorded by agents, if they want to have only to specific user group, we can do some kind of role-based. Only the set of managers which belongs to specific user group can refer to these videos, or an admin can refer to the entire videos that are being done by agents. So we provide role-based access and security and better user experience with this recorder platform. And in one single click, they can refer to the existing or old recordings that are being done. And we also provide a kind of portal which is integrated with this CX platforms, where they can log in individually with SSO or any LDAP information that they have with that account. By looking at that portal, they can refer the previous recordings by specific filtering, either last week, last month, or last 6 months. They can easily search by using particular incident number or a case number, fetch the recording. So that kind of flexibility that we provided through this recorder platform. And the benefits that are being gained by the company is because all the areas that we discussed on the recorder supports is regulatory complaints and looking back to the training videos, and it can be cloud agnostic. Like It's not specific to AWS. Either it can be any choice of the customer. If they want this information in their on-premise, we provide that solution that simply we can connect to that particular area of FTP or SFTP, and we can store this information into the on-premise solution. Or it can be a cloud-based. Either it can be Azure or OCI or AWS. So we provide kind of a very low-cost implementation on the third-party integration, which is API driven, so flexible and very comfort for the to gain this benefit for the companies. And we also provide better user experience so that company will not no need to spend much time or much amount of time to understand the product, right? We provide better user experience or customer experience. Easily agents can understand how to utilize or how to use this particular platform easily and quickly. So before going with that, I would like to have one more poll question here. Okay, thanks for that. And so having said that, we discussed all the information related to this specific ReQorder platform, and we'd like to give some more about our company on UnfoldLabs. So this is, we are into product development, and we do kind of strategic services for a specific customer on CX based or mobile platform. So this is founded in 2015, and we are located in the San Diego, California, and we have different locations in India as well, where we support onshore and offshore by providing the innovative solution for the customer experience. We are into cloud technologies and mobile technology. We built a lot more products that are specific or benefited by the customer CX platforms as well as the mobile platforms. So based on our work that has been done recent past years, we have received a lot more awards that I've stated here, which are more prestigious, and based on our work that's been done right, these are being awarded in the past 3 years. Over 30 plus awards we have received in the last 3 years. When it comes to the other solutions that we built through UnfoldLabs, right? These are also API-driven platforms. Capture is one of the knowledge-based application where it is useful for maintaining all the knowledge of an organization, and easily and quickly they can adopt. We can migrate the data information from the existing OKM platforms or any knowledge platform to have this knowledge-based information in a particular sequential workflows, and custom user logins will be available. So this is one of the API. This is also one of the API-driven platform that we provided as a solution, and which is a strategic solution that we provided. It is much benefited for the knowledge-based platforms. And coming to the another product that we built is MySecureMe, which is mobile dependent one, which is to manage all the mobile data platforms in a single click way. Easily and simply we can integrate with API driven one, and all your existing data can be, or data of apps can be managed easily and quickly. So these are the other major solutions that we had. We do have some other solutions, but these are all the recent one that I would like to showcase from our UnfoldLabs products level. So having discussed all these things, so the feature is ours to create. So we committed to give innovative products and innovative solutions for the CX platform as well as the mobile development platform. And we built a lot of AI and mobile platform products. And with that, I would like to have one more poll question. If you would like to have us to demo this ReQorder platform to you, you can contact us anytime with this. And we are happy to provide you the solution with the demos and everything according to your time and flexible time. If you can reach us at this particular contact number, if you would like to have some more information on our products as well as the solutions on a specific to CX platforms. So with that note, I would like to thank all of you for joining this webinar, and I'm here to answer any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those questions. And thanks for valuable time for joining this webinar. I'll wait for a few questions here. Okay, so one question that we have received a couple of questions. So out of that, the one question is, can we use this particular custom software for a supply chain and recording the sessions for a training? Can this recorder can be used? To answer that question, yeah, we can use it because this is an API-driven platform where it can be integrated with any kind of third-party application. Either it can be supply chain or a CX platform, right? Our APIs can be integrated. This solution is most suitable for any third-party application. Simply and quickly, we can do that. Another question that I received is on the specific to Oracle Service Cloud. Can we store this recording into service request? Not to store on a specific cloud. Yes, we can customize this solution, not specific to one specific storage. It can be customized according to your need, and within to the service request also we can store it. If you don't want to store in the cloud, we can provide the on-premise solution as well. As I already mentioned, it can be integrated with any on-premise or cloud-based storage. So one other question on specific to Salesforce implementation. So we'd like to recording session customized with our logos and colors. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. As we saw in the demo, right? We have been customized all the logo and everything that can be implemented with the kind of configuration parameter where if you can provide the logo or the information of your branding, we can customize and personalize your Salesforce user interface like we saw in the demo. It is possible. So one other query on the specific to SSO. So we do have SSO with our platform. Can that be integrated? Yes, it can be integrated because, as I mentioned, it is a secured and safe of recording. Either it can be a specific login to the recorder, or we can integrate using your LDAP or SSO authentication so that with your credentials, you can log into the portal and record the session as well as backtrack the information using your own credentials without any without any public domain access. So you can do completely private, and SSO is supported. So another question on specific to not to have data in the cloud or any on-premise implementation of recorder. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. As it mentioned, on-premise solution can be easily integrated based on your native server or the local server that you mentioned the information that can be configurable, and based on the parameters, the data can be stored on your on-premise solution. Either it is SFTP or FTP or your shared network path also is possible. I think those are the questions that I can see in the Q&A section. With that, I would like to thank all of you for sparing your valuable time on this webinar. And we are happy to help you if you can contact us with the specific to recorder platform or any other solution that we discussed during this webinar. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for all your time. Signing off for the webinar.